John Knutson, and I'll be here today announcing with my color commentator, Alan Burchell.
Hi, thank you, John. This is kind of exciting. I'm a substitute for Jay Griggs.
Jay Griggs, that's the famous guy, had a campaign band at one time, ran for office.
Yes, he did, and he did not win because of the band.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first unit today is the police department. They're going to be doing the national anthem, I believe.
Right now, so.
Brothers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was, I believe, the O'Brien brothers singing the national anthem to kick off this 2010 Booster Day Parade. Again, Alan Burchell and John Knutson here to call the parade for you today, and we're not the, whoa! They're already shooting at the announcers.
Yes,
what are we going to do? 21 gun salute, I'm guessing, from the VFW Color Guard.
Yes. It's a wonderful day today, John. The weather is perfect. Perfect day for a parade.
It is. We have a simple goal here, folks. Today, our goal is we're not happy till you're not happy. So we're gonna make sure this thing runs as smooth as two bright guys from North Dakota and Durand, Wisconsin can possibly make it. What do you think?
I think that'd be a good idea, John. Our first unit, John, is the Hudson Police Department. The Hudson Police Department has 23 full-time officers and 10 part-time officers. Officer Larson will be with the canine dog. Officer Larson has been with the department 5 years, and his dog Briscoe is in his first full year here with the Hudson Police Department.
Now Briscoe.
I
thought he ran the YMCA here in town.
No. This is our canine officer.
Canine officer. That's Tom Briscoe at the YMCA.
Yes.
Of course it is.
So here's Officer Larson and Briscoe. He's a beautiful Belgian Shepherd mix.
Our second unit is the Hudson VFW Memorial Post 2115, the Honor Guard. They are the ones that provided the color guard and the salute just minutes ago. A lot of respect for these gentlemen. The freedom that we have in part is due to these folks right here that you see in front of you.
They're very active in the community. They do lots of parades and Memorial Day, Labor Day. They get a nice round of applause.
That's Gordy Knutson and the crew there walking by. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service.
Our next float is Greg Marr. He's the Booster Club president. This is his first year as president, 3 years as secretary. Daughter Lizzie plays softball and son Alex plays baseball. He grew up in Hudson and played in the Booster program as a kid, and now he's giving back as the Booster president. Thank you, Greg.
It's a lot of time and effort put into the Booster programs here in Hudson, and Greg and his team of volunteers deserve a lot of respect for that. Our next unit is our Grand Marshal for the parade this year. It's Tom Boron. Tom's been an active booster member for the past 15 years and served on the board for 5 of those years. Tom was president back in 2003. He's been heavily involved in fundraising activities for the boosters, including the annual Booster Golf Scramble, outfield fence advertising banners, concessions at the baseball and football fields, and of course, the 4th of July Booster Day Parade. Accompanying Tom is his lovely wife, Denise, who you can visit at the St. Croix County Government Center when you pay your taxes this year. Driving is her daughter, Bailey. She'll be a sophomore at UW River Falls, and along with them is her son, Zach, who's a senior at Hudson High School.
The next float is our elected officials. Laurie Barnard from the city of Hudson. She's taking the place of the mayor, Dean Knutson. Laurie is our council president.
I think we may be seeing Dean a little bit later.
Yes, we will. And the other individual riding in the Corvette is George Klein, who is president of the village of North Hudson.
We've got the hierarchy
right here.
The area right here. Laurie
right
Barnard,
here.
George Klein. Our next unit is the Hudson EMS. The Tri-County EMS Association has established an EMS color guard to respect fallen comrades. The purpose of the EMS Honor Guard is to ensure that each EMS provider is provided with a dignified funeral service in the event of a line of duty death. The Honor Guard also available upon request to perform color guard duties at EMS venues, public events, and parades. Their mission is not only to honor our fallen brethren, but also to promote the core values of EMS in Wisconsin and across the United States. The Tri-County EMS covers western Wisconsin and Pierce, Polk, St. Croix counties and includes members of the St. Croix EMS and Rescue. They work in conjunction with Wisconsin, Minnesota State EMS Honor Guards to assist coverage of all events. The duty of the Honor Guard is to provide assistance and support to existing Honor Guards, families, and co-workers, as well as communities and local funeral directors. Thanks to all the folks in the EMS group.
There's Eric Christensen, our EMS director here in Hudson. With the, we probably have one of the quickest response time in the area as far as getting out and getting to people.
Looks like they got capable rigs and gear too, which is great.
Whoa.
That is one big dog. Staying in line with the help and rescue facilities here in Hudson.
Yes, we've got the our boat, our fire department boat and EMS rescue boat that we use on the St. Croix River should the need arise. And following the boat and the float with the boat, we have the Hudson Fire Department.
I'm guessing we have kids and family of the fire and rescue folks inside that boat.
Yep.
Either that or maybe they're refugees from North Hudson coming down to settle into Hudson, Wisconsin.
That
what
would
do you think?
Probably could be. But our fire department, again, is an all-volunteer fire department, and they do an excellent job. They respond numerous grass fires, accidents. They're at the scene right away.
Obviously, with the activity on the St. Croix River, it's great to have a search and rescue crew
Yep.
with the boats available for the EMS and fire and rescue people.
Our ladder truck is next, number 160, ladder truck.
Again, a lot of respect for these folks who work 24/7, mostly as volunteers, I think, to be able to help the residents when they have trouble.
Yep, it's a. They're hardworking. They have to do a lot of update in continuing education and training, and they do a fine job for us. And their horns work well. And their horns work well.
Sounds a little bit like my mother-in-law there, Al. Just kidding, honey. Rose, if you're watching that, sorry.
She's probably not watching, John.
You don't need to worry, Al. I'll go home and give my wife a good listening to after the parade.
I understand
we'll get
that.
that all worked away. After the Hudson Fire Department, we have the St. Joe's Fire and Rescue. Following in step, they've got their gear and rigs coming aboard. This is the St. Joe Fire and Rescue Team.
St. Joseph started their fire department, I believe, about 10 years ago. The response time, to increase their response time for the folks in St. Joe.
I'm getting a little ahead of ourselves, Al. This is still Hudson.
We still have fire.
Got quite a few more units here.
Yep.
Got the families, sons and daughters and young kids from the firefighters in the rigs with them. It's great to see that, celebrating the 4th of July weekend with all of us. Got the brush and rescue vehicle coming next, brush number 8. Next is fire support number 9. Serving to save since 1873, the Hudson Fire Department.
Yep. Here's the St. Joe truck.
Our neighbors to the north. That's one young guy driving that rig.
I know Ryan Flotnam is an officer in the St. Joe Fire Department.
There's fire engine number 2. There he is.
Ryan riding with his young son. Well, our next float is the City of Hudson.
You can tell by the arches coming down the street, just like Lakefront Park.
Our sponsor there is Sletton and Breton Orthodontics. They're proud to introduce the Express Smile, a complimentary shuttle service between local schools and their office. Their driver will pick up students and bring them to appointment and return them promptly to school. No more missed work by mom. Smile Express. They're committed to serving the St. Croix Valley, both in Hudson and Stillwater. And they're very proud to be the sponsor of the dedicated young women of the Miss Hudson program.
I think what you'll see in this first float, we've got the 2009 group with Miss Hudson, Alana Irwin, her Royal Princesses are Chelsea Johnson, Amber Crone, and Brooke L. Balth. They look lovely in the dresses today. We've got the Riverboat Float coming.
The truck is from Hudson Ford Mercury, donated to pull the float. Tom Irwin is driving.
Now that's a good-looking float. That's a good-looking crew there. Again, Alana, Brookel, Chelsea, and Amber are court for 2009. And again, sponsoring the City of Hudson crew this year is the Sletton and Breton Group, the orthodontists here in town. They've got a unique approach to this. They have a vehicle that picks up kids to and from school, allows parents to not be taking time off of work to do that. It's a great concept, great idea. Now, this next group coming is I'm a big fan of. This is the Bridge for Hudson Youth Group. The Bridge Group supports youth with disabilities in our area, and they're a wonderful group.
Yeah, they are a nonprofit organization providing programming for youth and adults with disability. Bridge offers day programming as well as social and recreational activities. They collaborate with school, county, and community service agency. Thanks to the support of Hudson and the surrounding community, Bridge is growing by leaps and bounds in our area.
And it's really spearheaded by Peg Gagnon from town. If you know Peg, she's quite a spark plug. She had a daughter with special needs and who passed away last year, we're sorry to say. But Peg is the spiritual and soulful leader of this group. Hudson is actually blessed to have a facility and an organization like Bridge to help these folks get the life skills that they need. Most communities do not have this type of an organization. Bridge just bought a new facility out near Exit 4, and they're expanding and growing to help the needs of the special needs kids in our area. Wonderful organization. I hope we'll see Peg Gagnon come in here, but she's got most of her crew. I've been lucky enough to be able to work with their Bridge Bowling event to raise money, and they do a tremendous job. They raise about $20,000 to $30,000 each year to help these special needs kids learn the life skills that they need, and it's a wonderful organization.
I think they'll be moving into their new facility probably within the month, I would guess, John.
Yep, I think that's right. Got a good crew in the lime green shirts out there. You can certainly recognize them. So. There's Shay. That's Shay. Shay Miller's a girlfriend of mine. Hi, Shay. There she is. Shay worked for us at Resco for a number of years. One of my favorite people. There's Peg Gagnon.
Right there.
We've got Peg Gagnon right here. Heart and soul of the Bridge organization right here, Miss Peg Gagnon. And beautiful, too, I might add. She likes it.
All right, our next
There they are. How are you? Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The
Bridge,
next one-
wonderful organization.
Next one, John, is yours, huh?
Excellent.
You know about them.
What do I know
Crowning
about?
Achievements?
I know about Crowning Achievements. Again, this is a special needs community pageant. And on board, we have Anna Boyd and several others. This is a nonprofit organization. We've got Princess Amanda Lorenz, Anna Boyd, and Princess Aislinn Jackson. I know all three of those girls. They do a wonderful job sponsoring this event. The pageant is open to anybody with disabilities in the area. It's a cost-free event. It's in its 16th year, and they welcome all to attend. Wonderful event.
Next event is the pageant is October 16th, 2010. And here comes our parade sponsor. Why this all happens is our Hudson Booster kids. The boosters sponsor baseball, t-ball, softball, and football. I think almost every kid in town has had some kind of event where they've been involved with the booster program.
Yep, I would say that's right, Al. I know all the kids that I know at one point have played either football, baseball, softball, t-ball, one of those events. Look at those kids.
All volunteer group. They are all volunteers. And they do a wonderful job for us.
This is the Booster Day Parade, and again, the sports and athletics wouldn't be possible if it weren't for fundraising events put on by the Booster organization. All right, folks, I don't know that this next group needs much of a description. They are the Zuhr Roadrunners. The Zuhr Roadrunners are members of the St. Croix Valley Shrine Club. The Shrine Club raises money for the support of 22 Shrine Children's Hospitals throughout North America. Zuhr Roadrunners participate in over 22 parades each summer in western Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. The Little East-West Shrine Game will be held October 2nd at UW River Falls. Over the past 47 years, the Shrine Game has generated almost $500,000 for our Shrine Hospitals for Children.
I think, John, you'd look good in one of those.
I would love to drive one of those.
I know you
cars.
would.
I feel the need for speed once in a while myself, and someday maybe I'll be driving one of those Zuhr go-karts.
Boy, I don't know if that would be a safe thing. We probably would have to have bumper cars for you to be driving that.
Mr. Burchell, I've had it on good authority that my insurance is valid and intact, and
not for this kind of driving, I'll tell you. Here they come. They always look like they have a good time, don't they, John?
The Zuhr Racers, here we go. You got to watch your toes on the curb. We got Wayne and Betty Hansen in front of us that may lose a couple of digits if they aren't careful down here.
Here they go. That looks like bumper cars to me.
Yep. They got the gloves on, and I believe they're wearing the traditional hats that the Zuhrs wear, but they don't look like helmets. They may need them at some point, but
Fezzes.
the fezzes.
Yeah, that's what they are.
There you go. I hear the tires chirping.
Yep. Ooh.
Occasionally get them up on two wheels, it looks like. Maybe ought to have the EMS following this crew, but we already had them earlier in the parade, so.
Yeah, the Shriners Hospital is an outstanding organization who treats young kids for free. And they've done a wonderful job here.
We're awfully lucky in this country to have a number of organizations like the Boosters, like the Shriners, and Bridge, and many others that you're going to see today, and others who may not be in the parade, but do so much to add to the quality of life here in the St. Croix Valley. We're awfully lucky to have these types of folks around. And it's nice to see they have some fun doing what they do.
Absolutely. Oh.
It reminds me of my daughters learning to drive, Al.
I know, I watched as you drove by my house.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
They're truly a crowd favorite, aren't they, John?
They're doing the figure 8 right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Trying to keep the crowd back.
Yeah. People that are coming a little bit out into the street. And there go the Zora Shriners, folks. Wonderful to have them in the parade as always. They're always a crowd favorite.
And here comes their paramedic group behind to help fix up all the...
You know, we're joking, but I don't think they need much help. That may be the Zuhr ice cream truck.
That's right.
Just to cool them down a little bit after they do their routines here. The Zuhr Roadrunners.
Our next group, John, is the Hudson Lutheran Chevrolet GMC. Right up on the hill on 11th Street. Car number 1 is driven by Ernie Zappa. It's a 2010 Equinox. Car number 2 is a 2010 Chevrolet Malibu driven by Brett Carey.
I know these folks do a lot of service for some of my vehicles there at Luther. Dave Robson, good friend of mine, used to be there. It's now being managed by Tim Juby up on the hill. They've got the 2 locations, the old Eighton Chevrolet location. They also have the Hudson Chrysler location off of Carmichael Road there. So nice looking cars, Al.
Yes, they are.
Those are the types of cars you could get insured at St. Croix Valley Insurance here in Hudson.
Or yes, you could, especially.
Or any of our other fine insurance vendors in the area.
There'll be some here.
There will be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next one, this is a twin son from a different mother, Dean Knutson. Dean is running for assembly. No relation to me, unfortunately. He still regrets that, of course. Western Wisconsin, he's running for state assembly in the 30th district. Dean's currently the mayor of Hudson, of course, where he has cut taxes and found ways to deliver services more efficiently. Dean's focus is on more jobs, lowering taxes, and improving education in the state of Wisconsin. He wants to move Wisconsin in a new direction. Would appreciate your support and your vote this coming fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Knutson.
Dean, of course, is running for the seat that Kitty Rhodes has vacated after 12 years. Kitty did a fine job.
Kitty Rhodes, Hudson's favorite daughter, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
I always say, you know, I don't approve of political jokes. I've seen way too many of them get elected.
All right.
We won't bring that up with Dean. That was
well, look at this good-looking young guy right here.
Here come the Knutson crews.
Hi, Aries.
This is Dean Knutson right here. We might be able to get a handshake in an area as
Hello, Doc.
He's shaking
Dr.
hands
Dean.
and kissing babies.
Yes.
Twin sons of different mothers right here, DSON. He's the Swedish version of me, the Norwegian counterpart at TSON, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Knutson for assembly. He's got a good contingent out here today.
Our next float is the YMCA, the St. Croix Valley YMCA.
Now, is that the one Briscoe organized? Or Brinscoe?
Brinscoe, different person, John.
We did kind of get that reestablished at the beginning, didn't we?
The YMCA was started and opened for their doors in 1995. Has been an organization that has been very good in the town. They have about 10,000 members. Lots of kids' activity. They look like they're having a good time on their float.
Folks, I don't mind telling you, Mr. Burchell here to my immediate left was actually one of the original organizers.
Boy, that was a long time ago.
Founders of the YMCA. What year?
1992 we started.
1990. Oh, they got water pistols and things. And they're throwing water. They're throwing candy. They've got some skateboard folks in back here, and Our Rotary Club here in town was instrumental in gifting the Rotary Park, Royalty Park, to the YMCA several years ago. Another fine addition to the Y.
Good addition, isn't it? People have a lot of fun on that. The kids, that gets used a lot, John.
That's one sport that's really picking up popularity and steam with guys like Tony Hawk and Shaun White and people like that in the X Games, really bringing a lot of light to skateboarding. Next float we've got is the Spring Valley royalty, folks. Spring Valley Chamber of Commerce and Spring Valley Lions Club are the sponsors. The princess that we have here is Allie Klug.
She's the queen, John.
I'm sorry, Allie's the queen. I got to get my notes straight here. The princess is Acelia Van Ness, and the junior princess is Cassie Quinn and Jordan Snyder.
Nice looking float from Spring Valley.
I want to thank the Spring Valley folks for making their appearance here today. Lovely bunch of girls. There you go. Did you see them? They were looking at me, Al.
Yeah, I don't think
they were smiling. Yep, they were smiling at me. Look, there again. They're waving at me. See, look at that. Let's see if I can get them to look. Yes. I can't do it. Okay.
All right.
The wave is all I get.
Yeah, that's all you deserve. The next float we have is the Arcade Highway. Arcade Highway is an exciting addition to any of your upcoming events, such as a birthday party, bachelor or bachelorette parties, family reunion, fundraisers, wedding reception. The ideas are endless. Rent this mobile arcade for your next event. And their website is www.arcadehug.com. The Arcade Highway.
They're out of Bayport, Minnesota. It's nice to have them over here. Looks like a fun group to hire.
Yeah.
All right, folks, our next parade entry is the Hudson Area Girl Scouts. A fun time for girls where they can connect, discover, and take action. Girls and adults are always needed. Girl Scouts, one more of the wonderful organizations that help build our kids into what they will eventually become and help shape their lives. Great organization.
Aren't they, the Girl Scouts, the young ones are called Brownies, I think, aren't they?
The Brownies?
The Brownies?
I believe they are. What gave it away, Al, those brown vests?
The brown vests are what gave it away.
Red Cedar Canyon Assisted Living is our next parade entry. Red Cedar Canyon Assisted Living starts with the essentials of home: privacy, freedom, comfort, and safety. They strive to promote independence and keep the tenants independent as long as possible. Red Cedar Canyon. Got a nice contingent of young to old here.
Yep. It's a need that as our population grows older and older, and we need to have these facilities available to our residents in our town.
Now, Al, this Pontiac here looks like it's probably a early 70s model, something that, again, you would be happy to insure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
A Le Mans, Pontiac Le Mans.
I believe, is that Pat Shirley?
Yeah, it sure is Pat Shirley.
Pat Shirley's driving that Pontiac.
Our next float is the City of Amory. And nice looking float. Amory is always very active in our community parade. The Queen's name is Lauren Saley. First Princess is Ashley Snyder. Princess Lindsay Evenson. Princess Haley Olson. Miss Congeniality is Taylor Schaefer. And Little Miss Amory is Lily Stretch. Welcome, girls. Excellent.
Another lovely bunch of ladies.
Yep.
Glad to have them here in Hudson for our Booster Day Parade. All right, folks, our next entry is Hudson Ford Mercury. This is a new gentleman, Mark Swellen from New Prague, Minnesota, came up and bought the long-time Dave Holt Ford dealership. The interesting thing is the Hudson Ford Mercury dealership provided the convertibles for the Booster President and Grand Marshal today, and we thank him for that. Hudson Ford Mercury is your local source for all things automotive, from sales and service to parts to collision and repairs. Hudson Ford Mercury does it all.
What kind of a vehicle is that? What do they call that? That's a nice looking
I believe it's like a Sprinter van or something like that, I think they call it. Very handy little unit. They may
oh, look out.
Oh, they're throwing stuff at us, folks.
Well, there's somebody on it.
If we had better hands, we'd have caught that. But
hi, Connie.
They may have a new name, but all the people you've trusted for the last 35 years are still there.
Connie
Stop
Schmitz.
in and see the new Hudson Ford Mercury today. You knew someone here, Al?
Yes, Connie Schmidt, the general manager.
Connie Schmitz, all right.
Mr. Rotor-Rooter Plumbing. St. Croix provides quality plumbing and drain cleaning services. They follow a professional system working and covers the inside homes using menu, pricing, and guide. The driver is Alan Levere,
Those
owner.
are quite the thrones that the Queens are
Oh,
sitting
my
on there,
gosh.
folks. You got to get a look at these thrones here. Quite appropriate, I might add.
Mr. Rooter.
And then they get the back of the float. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I think Wayne Hansen could have been the stand-in for the end of that parade unit there, but he's in front of us here as we speak. So, all right, our next unit is Trinity Lutheran Church and the Trinity Academy. The Academy is one church, two campuses in the Hudson community where you have the opportunity to build Christ-centered relations through the children's and youth programs, education preschool through 8th grade, and adult ministries. Trinity Lutheran Church invites you to join us in the worship at a 9 and 10:30 at both locations, or on Monday and Wednesday evenings. Vacation. Let me try that again. Vacation.
Easy for you to say.
Vacation Bible School is August 2nd through the 5th in the evenings, and youth groups are on Wednesday nights. And right now you're hearing a little bit of their
No, this
youth
is the St. Croix.
new unit.
Yes. Music by the Family Center.
This is still Trinity.
Yes, I know.
Yep,
Good, aren't they?
they are.
Now, John, don't you play in a band at St. Pat's?
I do. I'm in the music ministry at St. Pat's. I play drums. Nice to hear a good drummer on that unit.
Yeah, finally heard one, huh?
Oh, that's funny, Al.
All right, the next float is the St. Croix County 4-H Ambassadors. They participate in many activities throughout the year, helping their support and promote the 4-H program. These young people are leaders in their 4-H clubs, giving guidance and encouragement to the younger 4-H members.
Good to have the 4-H club here. We got Heidi Fireeisen, Brianna Beerl, Shayna Nabafeld, Jeremy Warwick, Emily Hoyer, Heather Hall, Krista Fisher, and Tyler Wire.
Good job, John.
Hey, and Al, I'm going to tell you, if you continue to be mean to me, I'm going to call Victor up and have him come down here and have a talk with you.
All right.
Al's dad is here all the way from North Dakota. We want to give a little shout out to Victor today.
Absolutely. Okay. Next is
Our next unit, we got Tom Barrett for governor. Here comes Tom, who's running for governor to create jobs and cut government waste. As mayor of Wisconsin's largest city, Milwaukee, he's created, attracted, and saved jobs, solved the budget crisis, and substantially reduced crime and worked to keep the economy on track. Tom's vision for Wisconsin features a strong economy with more good jobs for Wisconsin families and workers and adult leadership. Focus on getting things done, not on petty partisanship. Tom Barrett.
And also in this group is Matt Borup. He's running for assembly. Again, he's running on the Democratic side against probably Dean Knutson. He's looking for the endorsement, again, to fill the seat for Kitty Rhodes.
He's got a contingent here as well as supporters.
Lots of dark blue shirts. Looks good.
Had Dean in the red and Mr. Borup in the blue, representing the 4th of July well with the politicians.
The next group we have is Mr. T's and Laura's Bar Reunion Crew. This is
that's probably a pretty big crew.
Yes, it is. People who San Pedro's bought the building 10 years ago, John, probably 10, 15 years ago.
Yep.
And Laura Gray was the owner at the time, and they're having a reunion weekend for people that used to go to Mr. T's.
Yep, and that reunion's going to be on July 24th, 2010 at 2 p.m. to closing. The events include the following: raffle, bingo, spaghetti dinner, entertainment, door prizes, and more.
And where's it going to be, John?
Well, I would assume it's going to be at the Village, at the Village Inn.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
T's and Laura's Bar Reunion at the Village Inn and VI Savoy's Pizza right in North Hudson. A Packer bar, I might add.
And the funds are going to go to the Hudson Booster Club. There's a fundraiser for the Booster Club. And Laura looks like she's the queen in this float, huh?
Well, was there any doubt?
There's
no
doubt about
it at all. My first chamber event when I came to Hudson about 23 years ago was at Laura's Bar downtown. Mr. T's is a as a chamber get-together, and it was great to see her then and meet her.
We must have been at the same event.
Laura Gray.
We're doing Hudson Booster fundraiser. We're with that guy.
We just ran through that. Thanks for dropping that off. All right, folks, our next parade unit is USA Karate, Ultimate Martial Arts. USA Karate and Martial Arts has been a part of the Hudson community for the past 6 years.
Wow.
And in the metro area for the last 35 years.
Woo!
They
Look at
provide
that.
quality professional martial arts training for students 3 years old and above. Start anytime. Classes are available 6 days per week. I don't know, Al. I don't think I'm going to suggest that to my wife.
No, I think it might not be to your health. Not be good for your health, John.
They've
Here
got
we
the
go.
different show weapons that they'll use, from the
Here we go.
nunchucks.
Look at this young guy.
Got a little fella doing
All
the
right.
That's very nice. USA Karate and Ultimate Martial Arts.
Big contingent of folks here. Now, John, do you work part-time on this float?
I could do that. I could be the dummy that the guy's kicking. I could definitely work on this float. I would be that black thing with the numbers on that's getting the bad side of his foot right to the
I thought it'd be
midsection.
the guy with the white T-shirt on.
There you go, the dummy. Is that what you're saying, Al?
No.
Al, if things continue to go this badly, I'm going to have to ask you to get off my side. It's all right, folks. It doesn't take much to get this job announcing the Booster Day Parade. I still haven't quite
Obviously.
paid Chamber President C.O. Kim Heineman back for that, have we?
Yeah, no. But they had a lot of kids. It's a good discipline for young people. Work on the karate, and it teaches discipline.
Good exercise.
Yes, it is. Our next float is the Clear Lake Community Club from Clear Lake, Wisconsin. They've got their float. Now, we have not been, their new royalty was elected on the 26th of June, and we don't have their names, but maybe their names will be on the float.
You know what? I'll bet they're going to be pretty young ladies.
I bet they are. And Cox Motors from New Richmond is the truck pulling the float from Clear Lake.
I'm guessing they're going to have the names on the parade unit, and we'll do our best to try and read them for you as they come by. Heritage Days again up in Clear Lake is June 24th to the 27th of each year, so we're already past that.
So mark it on your calendar.
All right, so we have the third princess is Michelle. Can't read her last name.
Amber.
The first princess is Madeline, and Miss Clear Lake is Shannon Lewandowski.
Welcome to the people from Clear Lake.
Our next unit is Cub Scout Pack number 148 from Hudson. Pack 148 of EP Rock and Rivercrest Elementary Schools enjoys camping, Pinewood Derby, community service, and squirt guns. You better watch out, folks.
Here they
Happy
come.
4th of July from the Cub Scouts, Pack 148. Wearing the yellow tie-dyes and squirting everybody on the sidelines.
John, were you a Cub Scout?
I was, in fact, a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout.
Did you, how did you do in the Pinewood Derby?
Well, let's just say my car DNF'd. It did not finish. But let's see if we can get some of these squirt guns to get these two folks right. Come on over here, son. These two folks right here. Right here. They really want you to get them. Right here, folks. This is Wayne and Betty Hansen taking an early bath. Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. Okay, their Scoutmaster just pulled them off. Okay. All right. Wayne and Betty, I had no idea they'd do that to you. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
We have Glenn Olson here in the limousine service.
Yeah.
Here he is, Glenn Olson. Glenn Olson, limousine service.
We have somebody waving in the back. It may be Madonna. Maybe Prince. We're not quite sure
We're
who's
not
back
sure.
there, Al.
It's kind of hard to see. A lot of celebrities come for this parade. Could be Jay Griggs. And Wait for Me Mama.
Wait for me, Mommy. What do we...
It's a smart car.
It is. How do you know that?
It says so on the front. Obviously, it gets good gas mileage. I don't know if you and I can fit in there, though,
I
John.
believe that limo is being followed by this one. So
I think so. That's why they're waiting.
It's a cute little unit. We've got a little princess in the passenger side of that smart car. All right, folks, our next unit is Xcel Energy. Good friend of ours, Trudy Popenhagen, is with Xcel Energy.
Yep.
Your local electric and natural gas provider.
They're one of the largest gas and electric companies in the nation. Representing Xcel Energy are employees from the local Hudson office. They're proud to be in today's parade and are pleased to be part of the community. We believe you deserve the very best in service, value, and information. That's why we're committed to supporting the communities we serve. Trudy is the marketing person for this area, does an excellent job. She's been president of the Rotary Club the last couple of years and a great volunteer for the city.
Yep, Trudy's heavily involved with the Economic Development Committee over the past years, too. And
yep.
Her predecessor was none other than Paula Stolp, which many people remember.
Yep.
Paula's now married to one of the dreaded smooshbucklers from Hot Air Affair fame, Jimmy Kimblin.
Oh, boy,
now
gosh.
It's Paula Kimblin in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So this is Trudy Popenhagen's crew with Xcel Energy that's coming down.
They're throwing
They've got
out
frisbees.
Frisbees and candy.
See if we can get a frisbee here. Let's see if we can get a frisbee. See how good. Oh, see if she can throw it. Oh. We didn't get a frisbee, Al.
Well, you don't deserve one. Oh, they got soakers, too.
Oh,
they
got soakers.
It's a beautiful day again today, John. Ooh. All right, our next one, John, is the Cumberland Rutabaga.
Cumberland Rutabaga Fest. Here we have it sponsored by the Cumberland Chamber of Commerce. Miss Cumberland is Katie Burling. First princess is Tatiana Moe. Second princess is Marissa Whitman. And the junior princess is Destiny and Shannon. The Cumberland Rutabaga Fest is always the weekend preceding, I think it's preceding, Labor Day.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
Katie Burling and her crew. Let's see if we can get them to wave to us here.
Yeah, hi, guys.
We kind of got it. Oh, there they blew a kiss. I wonder if that was to us, Al.
I think so. The next group is the Hudson Moms Group. This is a nonprofit group for mothers in and around the Hudson community. Weekly meetings are held at St. Paul Episcopal Church Thursday morning during the school year. First meeting of this new year will be September 2nd. So all new mothers or existing mothers, come on out to the Mothers Club.
I think they just came out and adjusted the camera to make us look a little better, Al. What do you think?
Smaller.
Smaller, yeah.
Smaller if possible.
Camera adds 10 pounds. I wish they wouldn't have 12 cameras on us.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
All right, folks, our next group is the Emmanuel Lutheran Church and Joyful Noise Preschool. Emmanuel Lutheran exists to tell the people of Hudson the good news of their salvation through Jesus Christ. Joyful Noise Preschool provides a Christian learning environment to encourage development of the whole child emotionally, socially, physically, intellectually, and creatively. Maybe you and I should have attended.
That's right.
Maybe there's still time for us, Al.
Here comes the North Hudson Pepper Festival royalty.
Now, these guys don't have any fun, Al.
No.
The problem with the Pepperfest cruise is they never have fun.
And they're quiet. The whole truck is shaking from, from Hudson Ford.
What their motto, I think, is when you see the parade unit rocking, you better come knocking.
Yes, sir.
It's the Pepperfest parade crew.
Courtney Cobb is
I think I see Nate St. Ors up
Nate
there.
St. Ors is the
Nate's the king this year. Let's get a wave from Nate St. Ors. Hey, Nate! Nathan! There's Nate St. Ors, king of the Pepperfest.
Princess Jessica Dornfield, Princess Amber Hargenschlanger. Can you say that one, John?
Which one there?
This one.
That'd be Hargesheimer.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Here comes the candidates for this year's Miss Pepper Festival.
What a coincidence, Al. It's a lovely bunch of ladies again.
Could you imagine that?
Can you believe it?
Look at the fire truck they're on.
The 2010 Pepperfest candidates. Hey, they blew us a kiss. Did you see that?
Aries, it was you. How are you? Good.
2010 North Hudson Pepperfest candidates in a 1962 International. That's quite a truck in itself.
The next float is the
Al?
St. Paul Winter Carnival.
We've heard of
2010 Vulcan Crew.
We've heard of these guys.
Be careful.
Ladies and gentlemen, hide the women and children, please.
And here comes the Winter Carnival 2010 Vulcan Crew with the Volcanus Rex, the 73rd. his fiery crew with their 1932 Laverne fire truck, made in Laverne, Minnesota. Uh-oh. What else is coming here?
Well, they're supported by the Council of Fire Kings.
Uh-oh. They're looking for kisses. John, I hope they don't kiss
Are they
you.
looking, is that, again, you know the Vulcans, folks.
Yep.
They come to put the black marks on you for sure. Hail to the Vikings, folks.
Yep.
Vikings. What did I say Vikings for? I don't even like the Vikings.
Yes, you do.
Vulcans.
All right,
Vulcans.
follow them, and of course, is the Winter Carnival royalty.
All right, and we've got the Winter Carnival Royal Family, folks. St. Paul Winter Carnival celebrates their 124th year with the 2010 Royal Family. King Boreas and Aurora, Queen of the Snows, along with the rest of the royal family, are the ambassadors of ice and snow. For 10 days in January, City of St. Paul is dedicated to fun and frolic in the ice and cold, as Boreas claims St. Paul as his winter playland. With the changing of the weather, his nemesis, Vulcan's Rex, brings the warmth of summer and sends the royal family back to Mount Olympus, where they wait only to return and claim St. Paul for their winter playground. The 125th coolest celebration on Earth is January 27th to February 6th, 2011. Al, who are some of the kings and queens that we have here?
Well, our king this year is Arthur Blakely. The Queen of the Snow is Gretchen Spear. Our Prime Minister is Jimmy Francis. The Captain of the Guard is Andrew Paul. The Sergeant of the Guard is Mike Morrissey. Prince of the North Wind is Tony Natus. Wow. Princess of the North Wind is Sarah Steingoff. North Wind is Mike Neitz. South Wind Prince, Tim Felton. South Wind Princess is Nicole Turner. South Wind Guard is Damian Daly. East Wind Prince is Todd Hansen. East Wind Princess is Abigail Will.
They've got a lot of royalty.
Boy, they sure do. They're all here, though. The whole, here, this is
I believe that's Klondike Kate.
Yes. I heard you tried out for that one year.
We did. I couldn't fit into the dress. They just disallowed me from
Suzanne
entering.
Lessman.
There
Suzanne,
we go.
welcome.
There, we're getting a kiss from Klondike Kate. I'm sure. There we go. All right.
And then we have the junior royalty from these. Boy, the whole contingent is here today.
Yep.
In the first car, we have Princess of the Snow, Christina Abbas, and Princess of Ice, Kate Henderson. In the second car, we have the Queen of the Snowflakes, Jenna Malkowski, and King Frost is Nick Leach. Again, January 27th to February 6th, 2011. The St. Paul Winter Carnival will be celebrating their 120th year.
That's quite a crew. They obviously do a lot in the St. Paul area, and they drum up visibility through being in parades like ours.
You should have this, John.
We have the Blue Crew up here next. It's Salt. Tired of always forgetting to buy salt? Tired of running out of salt? Call the Blue Crew to deliver and install your water softener salt, folks. Blue Crew.
Glenwood City is our next float. Miss Glenwood City, Sarah Jeske, and Princess Mary Grace and April Ludke will like you to visit them during Glenwood City's Rustic Lore Days celebration. The theme this year is Blooming with History. Our celebration is September 8th through the 12th, 2010, with a parade on Saturday, the 12th of September. We hope to all see you there in Glenwood City.
Al, I'm shocked. It's another group of pretty young ladies.
Unbelievable. I didn't think that would happen.
Folks, this job is tough, but somebody's got to do it. Just happens to be us today.
The next float is the Crown Cabinetry and their truck. It's a local Hudson company specialized in quality and affordable custom cabinetry for every room in your home. Crown Custom Cabinetry. Steve Vader is the owner.
Next, this entry doesn't need any explanation or introduction even. It's our state senator, Sheila Harsdorf. There's Sheila waving to the crowd. See if we can get her attention here, Al. Can we get Sheila's attention? There we got Sheila's attention.
The next one is Craig Hofflin and Allstate Insurance, the Safe Teen Driving winner. She won a scholarship for $1,000 on an essay about driving safe.
That's Nicole Beekler. Nicole's mother works for us at Resco. All right, folks, and here comes Bethel Lutheran. Bethel Lutheran Church of Hudson. You can hear their Christian music going on right now. Another good drummer. There's Craig Hoffland. Hey, Craig. Bethel offers worship opportunities at 2 locations. The New Song Band leads contemporary worship at Bethel Highlands on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. and Sunday at 9 a.m. Traditional worship services are at Bethel downtown on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday at 8 and 10 a.m. All are welcome.
Hudson Taxi Service, A1 Taxi. Hudson's A1 Taxi has been serving the area for 20 years. We have a wheelchair accessible van, airport service, and local service. Call us at 386-8111.
Great to have a taxi service in town here if you need to get to the airport or if you need to get
Look at the yellow taxi there, John.
I think that was from the movie Taxi, wasn't it? From New York.
There's Danny DeVito.
There you go. All right, our next parade unit is First American Bank, a relatively new bank, I believe 3 years old or so. First American Bank is locally owned and operated, has its headquarters in Hudson. Its Green Plus checking account is its flagship product. First American Bank is located at Carmichael Hanley in the Monetary Center. Stop by and see them. I know John Malmberg is the president and CEO there at First American Bank. Great group of folks, great new bank.
And here's their float with their young kids on the float throwing candy to the crowd.
There we go. I think we got Dawn Marquardt coming here. Dawn works in public relations with the bank there. It looks like she's handing out red, white, and blue beads to everybody. Let's see if we can get some beads from Dawn here. Here we go. We might even get a hug, folks. Let's go.
Hey, be careful now.
There we go.
Be careful.
Get a hug. And how about the beads? We got the beads.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, folks. That's cool. Thank you, Dawn.
We have the American Red Cross behind them. Disaster relief. Another fabulous organization. The American Red Cross. Next comes the Hudson Lions Club. The Hudson Lions Clubs encourage you to schedule your garage sale for September 10th and 11th. Just call the Star Observer, the local paper. Your sale will be highlighted on their city map. The Hudson Lions Club. Their motto is "We Serve." Lee Lydell is the
one more of the nonprofit groups here in town that do an awful lot of good for us. Oh, not sure.
Okay, the next is the Friends of the Library.
Well, if they can't hear us, Al, we might have been unplugged down below there. Someone pointed that out, but we'll see. We might have done the audience a nice favor here by unplugging ourselves.
Join the Friends of the Library. Public library, they celebrate the move to its beautiful new location at 701 First Street.
All right, we're all plugged in, I guess, folks. Vikings, what is that a girls basketball team, sir? Vikings, girls basketball, yes. I think they play over in Minnesota somewhere there. Number 4, I seem to recall. There's number 4.
4 cents.
4 cents. I'll be darned.
Got the mayor. Okay, they're out of line.
All right.
We've got them already. They're done already.
Friends of the Public Library have gone by. Who do we have next, Al?
We have the Level Right Concrete Lifting Company. If they raise and level sunken concrete. Do you have trouble with water in your basement, drainage problems, trip hazards on your walkways? Call Level Right Contracting Lift today. They're located in Roberts, Wisconsin. Lift Right Concrete Lifting.
Well, the next entry is no stranger to anybody in the Midwest here. It's Anderson Window Door and Corporation. Anderson's antique car represents a history of more than 100 years in the window and door business. This 1929 Buick is a replica of the original sales vehicle that traveled around the country promoting our business and products. In fact, that might have been George Hull's first car. What do you think,
it was. I think he made sales calls.
Good friend of ours, George Hull, was the national sales manager for years at Anderson Window. Anderson hopes you enjoy this year's Booster Day Parade.
Okay, next one is Anderson Heating. Anderson Heating is a family-owned business out in Holton, has served Hudson since 1976. Offers Bryant's state-of-the-art heating and cooling equipment to keep you comfortable all year long. Anderson Heating. I just used them to replace a furnace and air conditioning. They did an excellent job.
All right, we're hearing music and we're seeing little girls in tutus. That means we've got Helmer Dance Studio. 11 years in the Hudson area providing fun and quality dance education for students ages 2 to adults. Summer classes are starting this Wednesday. Come and join the fun. Al, I think you'd look good in one of those little orange outfits.
I don't think I'd look
Maybe
very
this
good.
little green, lime green number. I think you'd look beautiful in that.
All right, I don't think so. Nate, are we disconnected? All right. Next, we have the Hammond, Wisconsin Rotary. Hammond's is sponsored by the Hammond's Lions Club.
Royalty, not Rotary.
Oh, I'm sorry, Royalty. Hammond Heartland Days is held the second weekend in August each year, which is August 15th, August 12th through the 15th. Excuse me. Shauna Meyer is the queen.
At Hammond? Oh, here now, I'll be darned. All right, folks, the Hammond,
Micaiah.
Wisconsin group is here.
Micaiah Ekman is the attendants. Casey Matheson and Daniel Vinson. Hammond, Wisconsin.
All right, folks, the next unit we have is the Hudson High School Marching Band. Great to see good numbers in the Hudson Marching Band. It's always great to see the corps.
They're an excellent team. They have concerts, 3 concert bands, 3 jazz bands, all kinds of concerts within the city. They travel to 5 parades a year, and they have perform at 5 home football games.
Yep, the staff includes Jackie Johnson, Jennifer Bergs, and Amy Clendenin in the color guard, Kenny Miller, Ryan McCarthy, Stephen Dahl, and Max Roach in percussion, Aaron Moe and Brittany Ritter with the music, Ben Blanchard and Oscar the Wonder Pug as visual. I'm not sure what that means, Al, but
I don't know.
Nick McCarthy, Sam McCarthy, and Jackson Coyer as stunts. Ryan McCarthy and Brittany Ritter, the marching band directors. For this summer, the Hudson Marching Band will be performing music from their 2010 Fall Field Show entitled Boulder Dash, a rock epic. The band would like all Hudson Marching Band alumni to join us at Homecoming on September 24th of this year. Let's take a listen.
Outstanding band program here in Hudson.
Yep, followed by the support materials and crews, giving them water, making sure they're all staying vertical during the parade. Next unit we have here, folks, is the Williamson Brothers Cleaning Crew. We clean carpet and upholstery in commercial and residential properties. We also clean boats, RVs, and cars. They use a system with hot water extraction, and they move most furniture and provide free estimates. Kyle Williamson, Peter Williamson, and Jonathan Williamson, the Williamson brothers.
The next float is the Kayla Lilly Day Spa here in Hudson, is located in Afton, where they offer a variety of massages, facials, manicures, and pedicures, body wraps, and waxing. Call today to set up an appointment. The Kayla Lilly Day Spa in Afton. Baldwin is next.
I don't see him.
Well, it's the Baldwin June Bug Day coming up.
All right, folks.
It's Miss Baldwin
June
Royalty.
Bug Days, yep.
Baldwin Wooddale Chamber of Commerce is a sponsor.
June Bug Days are June 9th to the 12th. We got Miss Baldwin, Kylie Kulo. First princess is Tori Klingler. Second princess, Tiana Ferrick. And third princess, Zianya Ars. Fourth princess is Gabby Liston, and Miss Congeniality is, let me say that
Gabby
again,
Liston. She got 2 of them.
She's a winner.
She's a winner. The next group we have is the Hudson Area Lacrosse Association. It's a brand new organization. They're pulling a boat with the kids on it. They're the fastest scoring sport in the country, supporting lacrosse players in the St. Croix grades 3 through 12. Spring leagues run April through July. The Hudson Lacrosse. John, have you ever played lacrosse?
I went to school in lacrosse, but I've never played the game, Al. It's as close as I get. Understand it's a phenomenal game, and the Hudson contingent, from what I understand, just starting a year or 2 ago, is turning into quite the team.
Looks like fun. It looks like hockey on without the skates.
I think that's part of the game.
Now we have the St. Croix St. Croix County Fair group. Heather Hall is your 2009-2010 St. Croix County Fairest of the Fair. Please join her in July 22nd to the 25th at the St. Croix County Fair to celebrate 100 years of fair in the St. Croix Valley.
And next, folks, we have the original Red Savoy Pizza. We got a 1948 Willie's Jeepster here for Red Savoy's Pizza. Great tasting product, folks.
They're located at 1830 Webster Street.
Next, we've got the Oakdale Summerfest royalty, all the way from across the pond. Al, what they have, Summerfest is the third week in June all the time. The Oakdale royalty is Princess Angelica, also Princess Brianna, Royal Ambassador Holly, Princess Brooke, Ambassador Megan, Ambassador Emily, and the Royal Princesses Madison.
Oakdale, Minnesota. Thanks for coming. Schultz for sheriff is our next float. John is running for candidate for the St. Croix County Sheriff.
Schultz for sheriff. You want to say that 3 times real fast.
Not real fast.
Not real fast.
They have a good contingency of people campaigning for the sheriff.
We're pretty lucky to have the law enforcement units that we do in this area, and best of luck to Mr. John Schultz as he runs for the position of sheriff.
They're throwing out pens and pencils.
I don't see him throwing out any handcuffs or anything else, so I think we're doing all right over here.
Just for you, John, the handcuffs.
All right, folks, our next parade unit, I believe, is going to be Carbone's Pizza.
I think they should leave some samples here for us today.
I would think they would. I would think they would. Carbone's several different locations located right down here in Hudson. They, Al, you lost some of your paperwork there, buddy.
Thank you, Betty. We've got assistance here from Betty. Thank you.
Yep. Here's the Carbone's Pizza Crew. They're handing out beads. Don't see any pizza samples yet, Al, but we can still hope, I guess. They got can coolers and beads.
They're located right down on Locust Street, 212 Locust Street.
Carbone's Pizza. I'll tell you what, if you haven't gotten involved with their pizza sandwiches, you're missing something special, folks. Mr. Barrett, how are you?
How are you?
Tom Barrett for governor, all the way from Milwaukee, folks. All right, Al, what do we got next? Cornerstone Church.
Yes, located on 4th Street in Hudson. They have lots of people marching in the parade here. Looks like we've
got a little bit of a lull in the parade here, Al. I think we're going to have to do some show tunes from the 40s, maybe.
Why don't you start, John?
Little dog and pony show. We might have to interview the Hansons, Wayne and Betty, right in front of. They're saying no. They're saying leave us alone.
Let's talk about the Hudson
I'm telling
Booster
you, folks,
Club.
they should have known better than to sit in front of us, though, don't you think, Al?
I think so, but let's talk about the Hudson Booster Club.
Booster Club's a pretty good organization.
Yes, the Booster Club is a nonprofit volunteer civic organization that provides athletic and non-athletic activities for youth and citizens in the Hudson School District. The Hudson Boosters has supported and administered youth baseball and sports softball programs since 1952. They range from T-ball to under 19.
I think they also provide coaches clinics as well as children's clinics on the fundamentals of sport and good sportsmanship. About 50 dedicated and active members run for the Hudson Booster organization.
In the fall, they sponsor a youth football program for 5th and 6th grade boys and girls, attracts over 200 youth, and is growing each year. They again instruct on the rules of the game, fundamentals, and skills and sportsmanship.
Some of the other activities they sponsor are Hudson Booster Days, of course, but the Hudson Booster Easter Egg Hunt for kids, Hudson School Senior Scholarships, and the very successful Green Bay Packers Tailgate Tour in Hudson last spring. I happened to be at that
I was
Packer
too.
Tailgate Tour.
It was very nice.
Tremendous event. I got to tell you, I think the tickets for that sold out literally in minutes to hours. It was tremendous.
Yes, sir. Some of the other things you can do in Hudson, there's fireworks tonight, and you can cruise on the Grand Duchess. The Hudson Afton Cruise Line is also featuring comedy cruises on Fridays. See top comedian acts from the Twin Cities brunch cruise on Sundays. You can also walk along the old historic Toll Bridge Road, which is very nice. Looks like our parade is starting again. 66 at St. Valley Orthodontics. Dr. Marr and her team are serving patients in the entire St. Croix Valley with convenient locations in Hudson and Stillwater. Their top priority is to provide quality orthodontic care for children and adults. Stop by and see their locations and a complimentary evaluation.
They've got us a little out of order here on some of these, but, you know, we roll with the punches. That's what professionals do.
You know, we've had a lot of training, John.
Folks, all you got to be able to do is fog a mirror, and you too can announce the Booster Day Parade here in Hudson, as proven by us. There's Kelsey Heineman, I'll be darned, along with my daughter Lindsay wandering there.
Keep going, John. We're on 67.
There we go, 67. My
there we
goodness.
Go. And you know what?
This is a Hudson Dance Academy.
That's
somebody
it?
that you can use.
Yes.
All right, we got a daughter, Lindsay, and her best friend, Kelsey Heineman, stopping in to see us. Daughter of the incomparable Kim Heineman, of course, and Larry. No longer Heineman,
yes.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. She's Mrs. Jim now, James. So, Hudson Dance Academy, folks. The Hudson Dance Academy offers classes in dance and music with a professional teaching staff over 25 years of experience. Classes are offered in a positive and encouraging environment for all ages. They are now registering for summer and fall classes. And once again, Al, I think you'd look good in that little red outfit.
I'm
just
not.
saying.
This is the Hudson Dance Academy. Kids look like they're having a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm not going to kid you, Al. I've seen you dance. You wouldn't fit with this group.
I don't think so.
It's very nice. The Hudson Dance Academy. All right, next unit that we have in the parade is Kapanke for Congress. Dan Kapanke is a candidate for U.S. Congress in Wisconsin's 3rd District. Now, one of our local residents, Butch Schultz, works a lot with Mr. Dan and in his bid for Congress here in the 3rd District.
Dan is a state senator in the Lacrosse area, decided to take on Congressman Kind. Dan's been in Hudson quite a bit. Nice young man. He owns a baseball team in Lacrosse. The Loggers.
I believe that's what they're called. Drove by that field just a few weeks ago, and a daughter of mine, Megan, graduated from UW Lacrosse. Great area.
Yes. Here are some of the other things you can do along in Hudson. You can walk along. We already talked about walking along the old toll bridge in Hudson. You can also drive the historic Yellowstone Trail. Look for the yellow signs that mark the historic trail that marks the first east-west name road in the United States. This road dates back to the 1915. It started in South Dakota, extends coast to coast. From Plymouth Rock to Puget Sound, the trail starts at the Toll Bridge Road and travels east through historic Hudson. Another item we can attend is the Octagon House is having tours this weekend. Be a great place to go if you've not been there before, and if you've been there before, revisit. We have historic walking tours on 3rd Street. The Fips Center for the Arts. We have theater, concerts, and art galleries. A great place to spend a couple hours during the day. We have one of the kind shops here.
We're live
in
on
galleries
TV,
and fantastically independent restaurants. The restaurants in this community are outstanding. The Willow River State Park. We have waterfalls, expanded camping facilities. They just expanded the number of camping facilities.
All right, we're getting moving again here. The Kapanke for Congress. You know, in a democratic society, your vote counts, Al, but I like the old feudal system where your count votes instead. What do you think?
Not bad, but
no,
it's not as good
we're
as you
going to stick with democracy?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we've got another gap in the parade here, folks, so I think we're going to...
Let's talk about free concerts in the park that the city of Hudson puts on. It's July 8th, we have the Shoeless Revolution. It's Dance Rock. July 15th, Divana and the Vagabonds, New Orleans Blues.
Sounds good. July 18th, we have Harvest Outreach with Christian music. On the 22nd of July, we've got Jimco, Soul-Powered Fusion. And on the 29th of July, we have the Hudson Community Band.
Now, are you in that, John?
I'm not in the Hudson Community Band.
They needed no drummer?
I'm not a musician, I'm a drummer. So
that explains it.
There is a difference there.
August 5th, we have the Minnesota Jazz Orchestra. August 12th,
Kelly for Team Kapanke.
Yeah. On August 19th, we have Movie Night, Willy Wonka, sponsored by Kanoki's Chocolate.
That makes sense.
I think we should go to that, John, when there's chocolate available.
You and I got Kanoki's written all over us, don't we?
All over us. And then the 26th is Movie Night, is Madagascar, sponsored by Kanoki's also.
We want to thank the City of Hudson and the Parks Department for all of the riverfront enhancements that they've done. If you haven't been down to Riverfront Park, you got to get down there, folks, and see the retaining walls, the walking paths. There's a new Boy Scout statue down there that's interesting to see, and again, one of the many organizations that helps youth in our area. So, all right, we've got the Osceola royalty coming next, folks. And join us for the 86th Annual Osceola Community Fair on September 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2010. As they approach here, we'll let you know that the Queen's name is Nicole Peck. The first princess is Allie Strees. Second princess is Emily Nelson. The little Miss Osceola is Abigail Steen. And little first is Madison Link, and little second is Rebecca Wallner. Again, keep in mind, the Osceola Community Fair is September 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Okay.
That's a beautiful float.
Yeah. The Eagles flying over.
Graced by better-looking young ladies. So there we are from Osceola, folks. That's a great float.
Our next unit is the Fips Center for the Arts here in Hudson. Cast and crew members from past productions of the Fips Center for the Arts Community Theater and Children's Theater, as well as cast members of The Nerd, which was performed this summer.
Did you really say theater?
I don't think I did.
Instead of theater?
No, I didn't, did I? Sorry.
Fips Center for the Arts, truly one of the gems in the St. Croix Valley here. Headed up and run by Mr. John Potter. He's got a terrific board and volunteers, more than I could ever name here, that help the Fips Center for the Arts, one of the greatest facilities we have in our area.
Well, it looks like the next is the Star Observer. I see Maggie Hall driving a bicycle, and I don't know.
Do they let Maggie drive a bicycle? It is Maggie. She is driving a bicycle. She almost lost it there, folks. This looks like the Zuhr Roadrunners again, doesn't it, with Maggie on that bike?
Only a little slower.
Well, there. Who do we have? There she is, the lovely Miss Dolan, handing out flyers for the Fips.
The Star Observer. It's probably, how long has it been in this community? Since 1843?
I think the Hudson Star Observer has been around for 7,000 years here in Hudson. I think something like that. You'll have to look that up online at rivertowns.net, though, to find that out for sure. Mr. Steve Zubay, one of our local community leaders, heads up that wonderful organization. Doug Stolberg is the editor, does a great job with the paper. One of the best local community papers I've ever seen, Al.
This looks like the Republican Party of St. Croix County, and Scott Walker running for governor. We've got Dean Knutson out again. He's back at it. Kapankney, and it's got Ron Johnson for U.S. Senate.
I'll tell you, Dean's making the most of this parade, isn't he? This is
the
second time he's been through. He may be through again if we
he'll be all tired out.
Careful.
Here we have the Hudson Hockey Association. Another volunteer group with two ice arenas funded by the community volunteers.
We got the Zamboni coming right through here too, Al.
The ice looks pretty good here,
Normally reshapes the ice. I think the ice out on 2nd Street here in Hudson is flawless today.
Yes, it is.
We got the kids on their rollerblades and helmets out there. All for Hudson hockey. I'll tell you what, Davis Drewiski is one of the shining stars. I know Davis's mom, Karen, works for you, Al. Davis is running a 3-on-3 event coming up on July 10th. It's a tournament that all the funds and proceeds are going to the Huntington's Disease Association in the area here. Davis, one of our local Hudson High School products that made it to the professionals, of course, after completing his college career. Where at?
The University of Wisconsin Badger. He only made one mistake.
Davis was a Badger.
Yes, he was.
Alan here is a Fighting Sioux guy from UND, but Davis was a Badger captain, no less. Ended up going out playing for the Los Angeles Kings as a defenseman, number 44. If you get him on TV playing the Minnesota Wild, watch the Los Angeles Kings, and number 44, Davis Drewiski.
The other thing about the Hudson Hockey Association, again, it's all private donations that built the arenas. Tremendous support from our community to build 2 hockey arenas.
They provide equal opportunities and positive experience for all Hudson area youth in skating and related activities. They offer opportunities for ages 4 to 9 to try hockey for a day. It allows kids to try an equipment and skate with junior league skaters and get off some ice experience. The event's free and equipment is provided.
Well, our next float is the new Miss Hudson candidates. But
I'm guessing we'll get the names as they come by.
Again, the truck provided by Hudson Ford Mercury.
Folks, this is a well-oiled machine here with Al and I, but sometimes the oil doesn't get delivered on time, and so we're gonna watch this next float come. Again, 2009 went through earlier. This is 2010 coming now.
The Hudson Bell 2 float. Little Toby Keith on the music.
You recognize that, huh?
Yes, I do.
Attaboy. Well, it shouldn't surprise you. It's another group of pretty girls on this float. The Hudson Bell 2. All right, coming into focus now. Our 2010 Princess is Alexa Harris, sponsored by Pearl Vision. The 2010 Princess is Victoria
Vantwerp,
sponsored by Family Fresh. And the second Princess is Caitlin Wallace, sponsored by Carmichael Dental and Harrell Chiropractic. And Miss Hudson is Amanda Byer.
Sponsored by Allwin's Auto Repair.
All right, terrific.
We got it, John.
We got
Next
it.
is Home Depot. Home
All
Depot
right.
here in Hudson. Window, siding, roofing, gutters, insulation. Call Home Depot for remodeling.
For being the world's worst handyman, I could use an organization like Home Depot to help. They have a kids' workshop free from noon to noon the first Saturday of every month. That's where kids can go and build different things and get some hands-on experience with tools and things, I guess. The free kids' workshop from 9 to noon every first Saturday of the month.
Pretty good catch there.
All right, Al, next we have Dibbo's. Dibbo's Nightclub, Bar, and Cafe. Tonight, Dibbo's has the best live rock and roll in town, folks. There's no cover charge, free hot dogs, and great drink specials. Visit Dibbo's Cafe for great homemade meals and pies, open daily at 5 a.m. Is that, I believe, still Bertha Fenner?
Yes, it is.
Running a great organization down at Dibbo's Cafe. Home-cooked meals and pies, folks.
Here we have Ron Sewer Service, Inc. Ron has been serving Minnesota and Wisconsin for over 35 years. Residential and commercial septic pumping, deluxe porta potty rental for all your social functions, and construction site rental. Call Ron for fast, friendly, professional service.
They have deluxe portable toilets that contain hand sanitizers, a rug, mirror, flowers, and rope lighting. Considered the ladies' #1 choice, it says on their vehicles.
And look
Here
at
comes
this.
their big rig. That's quite a unit.
Wow.
Well, big jobs require big units, Al, and there's Ron himself in that unit there.
Yes.
Driving the big rig for Ron Sewer, 715-749-0153. Ron Sewer Service.
Next, we have the Freedom Value Centers, another local company here. They are excited to celebrate their 60th year in business.
Freedom Value Centers, again, one of the
local companies.
Local companies in our area. Mr. Dave Erickson, his father Claire Erickson, and others started that organization. One of the real mainstays in Hudson. They have a number of Freedom Value Centers around our area, and they support most of the events and activities that go on. We're certainly better off here in Hudson because of the Ericksons.
Now, who are these two?
Well, I believe that's Al Birch. Oh, no, Al's right beside me to my left.
Looks like John Knutson.
I think that's Shrek and Donkey.
Donkey.
Isn't it?
Next.
All right, we've got the River Falls Royal Ambassador Program.
Nice float from the city of River Falls. Barnard's of River Falls is sponsoring the truck that pulls the unit. Looks like we're going to get, we got to give a high five to probably a sister or a friend. Our ambassadors are Elizabeth Colvetta, Monica Morgan, and Lizzie Blazer.
Also, Anastasia Yanovec.
Oh,
Did you miss that one?
I missed that one. Woodville.
All right, we've got the Woodville Lions Club and Setten de Mai Festival. The Lions are sponsoring this in keeping with the Norwegian heritage. Woodville's float portrays Norwegian landscapes. The float wouldn't be complete without our Setten de Mai royalty. The princess is Brandy Esco and Princess Kelsey Lyons and Princess Maggie Gedbois.
Very good, John. You get that real quick.
Velkommen til Setten de Mai, Woodville, Wisconsin, May 13th to the 15th, 2010, folks.
Now here's Amory Band. They were supposed to be in a little sooner, but they may have had bus problems.
This is where we shuffle paperwork,
yes,
folks, to find the right unit here. But you've got the Amory Band there, Al.
Yes, Amory Band is probably. Well, let's listen to them.
New band director is Mike Renicky for the Amory High School Marching Band.
They've been here many years. They attend almost at least the last 20 years. Excellent band program at Amory.
Not going to kid you, that black and red's got to be a little warm on a day like today.
I thought the same thing, John. Great. They sound good. After the Amory Band, we have the Robert Lions Club with the Roberts royalty from Roberts, Wisconsin. Roberts Good Neighbor Day is always the weekend after Memorial Day. Can you get the names there, John?
You bet. We've got Princess Haley Ray. We've got Miss Congeniality Cora Nelson, Princess Jordan Risberg, and Miss Roberts and Miss Congeniality Kim Friedrich.
Roberts, Wisconsin, Good Neighbor Day.
All right, our next entry here is St. Croix Animal Friends.
We got horses today.
We've got horses today, folks.
Don't you usually follow the horses,
which
John?
means we have cleaners. Got some adults and some kids on those horses. Parades always used to have the horses. You don't see the horses too often anymore.
We haven't seen them for years. Have a little gap in the parade right now. Just to remind you, tonight the carnival goes from 12:30 till closing time. We have food stands downtown at the we have a beer garden. We have bingo going on. We have a live entertainment teddy bear band tonight, sponsored by Pudge's Bar. We have live entertainment this afternoon.
Lots of things going on tonight. Our next unit coming to the Hudson Rotary Club. Hudson Daybreak Rotary enhances opportunities for youth and creates a better community for all. What they do each year, Al and I are both members of the Hudson Daybreak Club. We have a Ford Mustang that we raffle off. The funds that Rotary raises go to all kinds of youth activities here in town, junior achievement, Y Partners program, the YMCA, Camp St. Croix, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Bridge for Hudson Youth, many different things. And we have Rotarians out here, Jamie Johnson, Annette Cook. We've
Jerry,
got all kinds of Rotarians here that have tickets. There's Jerry Hudla from Mattress Galaxy. There's Annette Cook right there, the lovely Annette Cook, queen of the Hudson Daybreak Rotary Club. We're selling, they actually have raffle tickets.
Alicia, how are you?
They sell 3 raffle tickets for $20 to win this beautiful Mustang. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let Patrick Ward, who's in front of that automobile, dissuade you. It's a beautiful automobile, despite Patrick Ward being in front of it. Beautiful automobile. It'll be auctioned off in September. It'll be drawn for in September. 12,000 tickets maximum for sale.
Here's another individual running for assembly. His name is Mr. Plunkett. Dan Plunkett for assembly. Dan Gorman treasurer. He's the hardest working campaign out there. Ben Plunkett wants to represent you in Western Wisconsin Assembly. Hardworking for hardworking Wisconsinites. Here we have Jerry's Towing.
Folks, we have one of the last, if not the last, parade unit here. We've got Jerry's Towing. Jerry's usually a member of all the parades here, and an impressive array of rigs for their towing business that they have. Jerry's Towing serving the Midwest, celebrating 45 years of service. They're based out of River Falls. Folks, those are some big rigs.
Oh, boy.
Those are the kind of rigs, Al, that might be able – whoa! Those are the kind of rigs that might be able to get a guy like you and I off the couch.
I hope so.
What do you think?
During a Packer game.
During a Packer game, yeah. The Intimidator.
I think that would get you out of the ditch, wouldn't it?
Critical Incident Rescue Rotator. That's a big rig, Al.
150,000-pound capacity.
Number is 1-800-972-9546. River Falls, Hudson, Somerset, Roberts, Baldwin, and Menominee. Obviously, they serve western Wisconsin, folks, specializing in quick clearance and response. All kinds of rigs. They got everything from bobcats to towing rigs to lifts, semi-tractor trailers.
Uh-oh. Here comes the crew again, the Vulcan Crew.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, accompanying Jerry's Towing, we've got a lot of the Vulcans. Maybe they needed a little bit of a tow at the end of the parade.
Here they hail the Vulcans. Here's a Hudson guy, Mr. Larson, I believe. He's part of the Vulcan Crew right here.
There we go.
Dave Johnson. Hi, Dave. I thought so. I said I thought we were in here twice.
That's an impressive butter knife you have there, sir. The Vulcan Crew, K-R-E-W. That's how they spell in Minnesota, folks.
Of course.
I think most of these Vulcans, third grade was the best 4 years of their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, here's one of the Vulcans here.
We didn't think it was long enough. We went and did it again.
Attaboy. Glad to have you in the parade. Those Vulcans tend to prove that some village is missing their idiot somewhere, but we love to have those guys here. They're a lot of fun. Oh, we got Margaret Ontel here, the Queen of Hudson. If you can get this one on tape, folks. Margaret Ontel here. There's Margaret. We'll catch up to you later.
Well, John, here comes our final float.
Al, I think we're done with the street sweeper. I think they're telling us
that we're near the end.
The crowd is leaving, and we barely started on our routine.
Yes. Well, John, it was a pleasure. We had lots of fun.
I should tell you, Al, that we don't want folks to use us as any kind of an example, but we should certainly serve as a heck of a warning. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for attending 2010 Booster Day Parade. I'm John Knutson.
I'm Alan Birchall, and thanks.
See ya.
Have a great day.